but the fundamentals of this program, substance. We'll have plenty of substance and swagger from the Canes today. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. And the Hurricanes will put it away to start the game. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Georgia Tech's offense will get the first swing of the game. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these can...
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
Wow, the Miami linebacker shows you his speed on that play, and linebacker in speed, synonymous when you're thinking about Miami Hurricane defense. Think about Ray Lewis, Jonathan Vilma, Dan Morgan.
And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
Man, can there be a better start for a defense than setting the tone with back-to-back sacks, forcing a 3rd and long, first time out the gates? Really good job by this defense.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Yellow Jackets will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He gets a block. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. So Miami's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on second. He's looking to throw. He's got his man. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
Nice completion, nice short gain. Now it sets up 3rd down. And wait a minute, 3rd down now becomes, we're going to go for it on 4th down anyway, so it really doesn't matter that much. Great job getting a little...
Ball in the air, intercepted. Got room on the return. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play, but defense...
And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Maybe some nerves on that return, but a fortunate bounce, and they'll retain possession.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to pounce back on that. The head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
And that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Now the toss. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Pinned back in their own end, a 3rd and short from the 16. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He's got his man, makes the grab. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Line gets set, first down. He's got it on the right. Strikes the blow. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Go straight ahead. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into the end zone. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. No good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. The give to the tailback. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. The give to the back. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Takes the handoff. It's Lewis. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, and how about this offense? You think of this offense, you think of throwing the football and top 10 passing in all of college football, but the defense knew something, right? Like you could tell they were going to come out and run the football. They brought out the goal line, brought in some big boys, and really was ready for the run on that throw.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. He's got his man. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The Canes are flying down the field. He's going to pass. He'll take a deep shot here. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Wonder if they'll throw it again after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 49. Pocket starts to collapse. Right on target this time. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
Got his man in the middle. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Canes! On to attempt to try. Splits the uprights. They march 79 yards on the drive. And they closed it going up top for the final few inches and the score. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish strong.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Holds and fires complete to the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. This offense has a second down play. They'll run play action. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. He'll set up to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
That's how you blow up the screen pass if you're on defense. You got to hit the quarterback fast, force the incompletion.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. One final play before the end of the quarter. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And the pass is incomplete, and that wraps up the 1st quarter. Absolutely nothing settled, deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. 2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. On the run, it's Cruz. Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Give to the running back. Still on his feet at the 45. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
And how about the 3rd down run play? And this is an offense that they can do a lot of different things, so they make you guard the whole field, but you might want to start with that running back. And he makes the big play, gets the 3rd down conversion, gets him a new set of downs.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Nice run there on 1st down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Give to the running back. Shakes off the defender. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
This running back in the Miami backfield is deadly because of his speed. He's so elusive. You get the feeling like he could score any single time he has the ball. He gives the offense a lot of balance, but he gives them that home run ability, too.
And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Touchdown, Miami! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They march 72 yards, and they finish things off with a scoring toss from the 33. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Looks like he's going to try to return it. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Wants to throw on first down. Finds the tight end. Great to have perfect blocking, but you can also make your own, and that's exactly what he does, getting it up to the 36. Line getting set on second down.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every day. I love the offense sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Now the play fake. They're bringing heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. When you play backer at Miami, you got to bring some of that vintage Kane attitude.
The attitude, the physicality, the dislike for people. That's what you need at the linebacker spot. Miami's found a few of those guys over the years.
Getting some heat. Gets away from one. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. And the Yellow Jackets line up to punt it away. Takes it on the return. Slips through the line. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Here comes the offense on first down. He leaves it with his back. At midfield, he's got room. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down. Understand the situation. Understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Running to the left. Open space at the 25. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Hurricane! And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Colorado went scorched earth in a double-digit win that might have been worse had they not sat the starters there in that fourth quarter. Total destruction by the Buffs in a statement win, if there ever was one. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
They'll give it to the back. Couldn't find any way to get out of the end zone, and they get him for a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
Finally stopped after a solid return out to the 32. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He rifles one deep to the left. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. On second down, he'll let it fly. He'll take another shot here. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Bringing it back. The 20. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And he's got it inside the 35. Touchdown, Cade. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And he takes this from inside. And the ball's free deep in his own territory. And the defense jumps on him. They get that turnover. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. The best way this offense can say thanks for that 2 spot is by following it up with a score of their own, David.
Really fun when your defense does that. When they get you back the football, and they score some points, Palmer. Put those points up on the board. Usually brag about it, especially defensively. We got more points than you, but good opportunity for this offense to get more.
Yeah, it's you scratch my back, I scratch yours kind of thing right now. I'll tell you, if this offense is able to go down the field and put...
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
That is exactly what this defense needed. They have not had a great first half, given up a bunch of touchdowns, but this might get them started. This might get the energy going and maybe rattle the quarterback a little bit with that sack.
And guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. Coming after it. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. And this one splits the uprights. And now the lead is even bigger. So they put the field goal on the board, about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Got the back over the middle. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. To the air on 1st down. Pressure coming. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
They got more sacks than a grocery store. Goodness gracious, time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground. This defense having their way.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turn. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. They'll try the run. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Now on the option. He'll toss it. Crosses the 45. The expressway is wide open. A tremendous run. He was full bore after taking that pitch. Just sweet execution. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Throws toward the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. And he's already made 1. The holder will put it down at the 26 for a 36-yard try. It is perfect. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's got a better seat there in South Florida than you? A captivating start to this one.
And the Canes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic that they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Goes to the option. The pitch. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. On the option. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Scoops it up, still a live ball.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now 1 more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Fires the pass, intercepted. Trying to take it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
This is just so demoralizing. You want to talk about taking a game over. That's what this defense is doing right now. They are just winning in the trenches. They're easily the more athletic and more physical unit up front, dominating this O-line.
He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
As a quarterback, I used to love throwing angle routes, especially against man coverage. You know you've got your running back one-on-one with that linebacker, and that's a play your running back should win every time.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get...
Trying to get the 2. Here comes the heat, and down goes the quarterback, and they won't be able to get any closer with the 2-point try. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
He's looking for a man on second down. And he hauls it in inside the 30. Touchdown, Miami! And the stomping has commenced. They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. You want to see quick strike ability? It was epitomized there. 2 plays, 80 yards, touchdown on the board. He'll bring it back looking for help. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Line gets set, first down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Not much there. He gets 1 to the 11. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Pushes forward for 3 out to the 13. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
The 3rd down offense has not been good, and add this one to the tab. Another 3rd down stop. They give up the sack. They're down by 3+ possessions. Nothing going this offense's way.
The Yellow Jackets decide to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Trying to find his man on first down. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Hurricanes! And the beatdown has ensued. They have not been able to cover this guy all day.
No, I tell you what, this offense is featuring. They're doing a really good job. This guy's explosive. He's dynamic. He's making big plays. And heck yeah, I'm going to get him the football as many ways as I can. Kudos to the offense for finding the gap.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, Davey. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. They'll run it from the gun. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The offense set for a first down play. He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. Offense in an empty set. Quick pass on the jet motion. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. Power football with the run. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down. The Hurricanes come to the line with a new set of downs. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. On first down from the 13-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. Got enough space. Touchdown, Canes. And the route is on. That his 40th career touchdown run.
This guy's had a lot of success throughout his career, but 40 touchdowns is something that's pretty commendable, David. He continues to challenge himself each and every game and every year to get better.
Yeah, just the consistency has been so impressive. The offense is built around him. Like, he's going to get the football, he's going to be featured, and still finds the end zone week after week.
The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And he's running in the open. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got...
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Looking to pass on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Cruz. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And the Canes come to the line in the hurry-up. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Wants to throw on third down. That one comes out hot down the right side. Afterburners coming. Touchdown, Miami! And the pummeling has started. This is like a baseball pitcher that he can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? You can't miss. You've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled, you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on the flash drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds after picking up a couple. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Lining up to convert third down. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. At the 35, he's got room. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there. As a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you can throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off. He's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose. Ball still spotted at the 34. It's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Sanders. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
At this point in the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
And they decide to trot out the kicker. This is going to be a 46-yard field goal attempt. Never a doubt. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And he's going to bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
That didn't bust for a long one, but now 3rd down becomes very manageable. It's not 3rd in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Hurricane, a little trickeration, looking to throw. And he grabs it, got to get to the marker. And the return team was not on high alert, and they paid for it. The fake picks up the 1st down. They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. Going to the running game. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
And what you see late in games, man, those teams that can really run the football and run that clock when they got a lead, you really win a lot more football games. So I think you look for them to be physical down the stretch of this game, try to continue to do this on the ground, continue to eat that clock.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Touchdown, Hurricanes! And the punishment has been extended. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, it's a final now in one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable top 25 clash. Army managed to avoid a bitter defeat by scratching out a narrow victory. This wasn't the blowout some around West Point had hoped for, but it sure beats the alternative. A top 25 clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. 2nd down coming up. Back to pass, it's Sanders. He finds his man. Gets away from one, finds some space. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Going up top on 1st down. And they got him for the sack.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
And as a defense, a lot of times you're coming in the game, you're just trying to limit the damage when you play a really great quarterback. And they've done more than that today. They have dominated this football game. The offense has carried their weight, and this is looking like a great...
Fires into traffic, picked off. Got some room to run. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake. Hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
Makes the grab. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking to move it through the air. Soft spot in the middle. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
Let's it fly. Touchdown, Canes. And the stomping has commenced. They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory.
I tell you what, when you give me that kind of effort, I'm going to find you more often. What a layout. QB throws the football a little bit in front of him, had to dive and go make the catch. He lays out, secures the catch through the ground. Remember, got to catch it all the way through the ground. Nice effort by that receiver there.
Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward. And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical.
I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift. A late touchdown. Georgia Tech.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much that this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like you can just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over, don't make a mistake. But this game is well in hand.
Open runway ahead at the 20. Touchdown, Miami! And the beatdown has ensued.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with a big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He had a vision of getting loose, but he'll go out of bounds at the 18. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face, and it's...
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack.
And that pass is intercepted. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Hurricane.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's up.
Oh, what a grab by the defense. Didn't get much on the return, but what a huge play, and they are in business at the 24.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be 2nd down. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Canes! And the route is on.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
He'll pitch it. He's got the 2-point conversion, and they build on that lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Offense getting set for 1st down. He's looking to throw it. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the 1st? With the clock running, this should be the final play. Looking to throw, it's Sanders. Fires to the middle. Ball is dropped, incomplete, and that will do it for this one. Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together...